Instagram hashtags are great. Everybody knows what they are and pretty much everybody uses them. They help your content get discovered on Instagram. But when you saw hashtags on Facebook, it just kind of looked stupid. That's all changing. Hey, what's up? Trevor here, Hollywood editor turned full-time realtor and YouTuber. On this channel, I teach realtors and entrepreneurs to grow their businesses using video. So go ahead and make sure you hit that subscribe button right down there and whack the bell so you're notified the next time I upload a video that's going to help you make more money using video. Also, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up for my self-esteem. I need the boost today! What is your favorite social media platform? Is it YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok? Go ahead and post that in the comments below. I'd love to see where you love spending your time on social media, because I know you're spending time there. Stick around to the end of this video. I'm going to give you a free tool that'll help you identify some hashtags that might increase your organic reach on Facebook. In the past, if you shared a post from Instagram onto Facebook with all the hashtags, it just looked like you were kind of a nubcake and didn't know what you're doing, but that's all changing now. Facebook now seems to be encouraging the use of hashtags. And the reason for hashtags on Facebook isn't so much discoverability. Like on Instagram, you type in a search term and it helps you find things. That's not so much what it's used for on Facebook right now, but it's more for organic reach, organic engagement. So it's encouraged now to use hashtags on Facebook so your posts can be found more frequently and more readily. So what are hashtags? In case you're new to hashtags, it's just a way for something to be found. Usually it begins with the hashtag. The word is usually lowercase. You don't want any spaces in there. You don't want any punctuation in there. It's just a word or a bunch of words run together. If you got more than one word, you just run it together and remove all of the spaces, and that helps your stuff get found on Instagram, and now it's going to help with that SEO on Facebook as well. So what should you do? How should you use it? On Facebook, when you create a post, you should write your normal stuff, and at the end of the post, go ahead and put the hashtags, because these hashtags are now clickable links. When somebody clicks on your hashtag, it's going to reveal other content that has a similar hashtag or matches that search term. The goal is to keep people on your content. So if you have the hashtags right at the beginning, you go, oh, there's a cool hashtag. They click on it and boom, they're off to the races to see somebody else's content. You want them to read all of your content, so put it at the very bottom so it's below the fold, as they say. Above the fold is what you see at first when you see a post on Facebook and you're scrolling through there. But if you see that little read more thing, you click on that and it reveals more. Let's dive into Facebook. Let me show you what this looks like and give you some more ideas. As you know, Facebook bought Instagram, and Instagram does a lot of cool things. So Facebook is slowly integrating a lot of the things that work on Instagram into Facebook. So I'm going to first show you Creator Studio. I've got a whole video about using Creator Studio to upload videos and post to Instagram from your desktop instead of from your phone. You can check that up there in the top right of your screen. But for now, let me show you Creator Studio real quick so we can kind of compare. Here in Creator Studio, I can click on the Instagram icon here in the middle, and over on the left, I can hit Create Post, and I can create a post for my Instagram feed or IGTV. Let's just choose Instagram feed. I'm not going to create one now. I just want to show you what happens over here and then compare it to using hashtags on Facebook. I choose the account I want to use. Let's use this one. And I can write my post here, but notice down here, it tells me how many characters I have available total, how many mentions, that's a little at thing, so I go at Leela Jones Realtor or at whoever else, and it shows me how many hashtags I can use, up to 30. The cool thing is with Instagram, if I start typing a hashtag YouTube, it gives me a bunch of different options, and I can say YouTube, or I can say video for realtors, for real estate, and it's going to give me options. It doesn't yet have that autofill feature in Facebook, but this is kind of a good place to go to get some ideas for hashtags before you use your hashtags on Facebook. And notice that as you add these hashtags down here, it tells me, oh, I only have 28 left. It counts them. It's kind of a cool feature. Maybe that'll be coming to Facebook soon. Also gives you the mentions. The same thing works with mentions. If I was going to add my wife in here, it should autofill her. It's not, because of slow internet, and I spelled her name wrong. There we go. Leela Jones Realty gives me possible options. I can choose my wife, and it shows me, oh, now I have only 29 mentions left, and here's how many characters I have left. Let's talk about limits on a Facebook post. The limit for characters on a Facebook post, 63,206 characters. Whoa, that's a lot of characters. So a Facebook post can have a lot of characters. As far as tags on a Facebook post, I don't believe there's a limit, and I don't think there's a limit for mentions either right now, but those things could be coming soon. Now let's jump into Facebook and actually create a post with hashtags. Let me show you how that works. Let's create a post that says, hey, did you know that hashtags actually do something, if I could spell, useful on Facebook now? Video coming soon. If you're excited about using hashtags to boost your organic reach on Facebook, go ahead and give me a thumbs up right now. Just go ahead and do it. You create your post, then you add your hashtags. Here's the thing. You don't want to add your hashtags towards the top of your post because hashtags are clickable links. When they click on them, it's going to take them away from your post. And you want to keep them on your post, on your page, engaging with your content, whether it's your personal page or your business page. One thing you could consider is creating a long post, because if you create a long post with lots of words, you'll have something called a fold, where Facebook will just show you the first few lines, then it'll say read more. And you kind of want the words to appear after the read more, the hashtags to appear after the read more, below the fold. In this case, I'm not going to type that much, so these hashtags are going to appear above the fold, but ideally you want them to appear below the fold so people don't go clicking on them, because you want them to engage with your stuff. So let's go ahead and add a couple hashtags. And a hashtag is just like any other place there's a hashtag. It is a single word, no spaces, and no punctuation. You can go ahead and add capitals if you want to. Hashtags on Facebook, like that, to make it more readable, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't change the results of it, just makes it more readable. And that's it. Now this is new to me too. I just learned this and I'm going to start using them starting now to get, again, a little more reach. Here's what it looks like. We'll go ahead and add it to my story as well. I hit post. Here's the post. You can see what I said and you can see the hashtags, and people might click on those. What happens when you click on a hashtag? Let's click on one. Hashtags. It takes you to this page, this explore page, and you can see the big hashtag sign up here and scroll down and find other people that are using this hashtag. Here we go. Tags not the same as hashtags. This person had to add hashtags on YouTube. Scroll down and you can see that all of these posts contain people that have made posts using hashtags, the hashtag in their posts. Boom. So that's what it does when people click on them. But again, this takes them away from your page, so you may not want to do that. When someone clicks on a hashtag, it's only going to show them public information, and as far as groups, it'll only contain posts from groups that they are actually part of. It's not, for example, going to show you posts from private groups that you're not a member of. You should probably start messing with hashtags on your Facebook posts, both on your personal and your business page, to increase your organic reach. And as far as what hashtags to use, there are some basic guidelines that work for Instagram that I would suggest you follow for your Facebook posts as well. You should probably go over to Instagram and see some things that you can't see on Facebook. Instagram.com. Because on Instagram, you can see when you search a hashtag, let's type hashtag, see what happens. Hashtags. Here I can see how many posts contain that hashtag, which is super useful. And the rule of thumb for Instagram is that you should include hashtags that have millions of posts, hundreds of thousands of posts, and then tens of thousands of posts, and then even less. So you have a variety. So you hit the whole spectrum of super popular hashtags and some that are less popular but more specific to your exact post. To see these numbers, you have to go to Instagram because these numbers don't show up on Facebook yet. So I'll click on hashtags here and it's going to show me a bunch of posts. that have hashtags. The other thing that you can do on Instagram that you can't do on Facebook is follow a hashtag. I click here and now in my newsfeed on Instagram, it will show me posts that have the hashtags in it. That makes sense. So much hashtagging. In the beginning of this video, I said I'd share with you a tool to help you find hashtags that are useful, and the name of that tool is allhashtag.com. If you go to allhashtag.com, you type in a word and you generate, and it's going to give you some ideas for what hashtags to use. Generate, baby, and boom, here are some hashtags. You only want to include hashtags that are relevant to your post. This doesn't give you information like how popular these hashtags are, so you might want to go onto Instagram and test some of these hashtags out. And again, if you're not doing this on Instagram, this is a good thing you should do, and now you can use this on Facebook as well. There are also other paid tools that'll give you more information, but you're probably totally great with just using allhashtag.com and using Instagram to find ideas for the hashtags you should use in your Facebook posts to increase your organic reach. Another tip is you want to consider using your actual slogan for your business, something that's unique to you, and use it in all of your posts on both Instagram and Facebook. My final tip is that you should consider using on both Instagram and Facebook hashtags that include the cities that you serve, and do that consistently so that your posts are found for people that reside within your city that may want to buy or sell a house. Go ahead and post in the comments below if you're using hashtags on Instagram, and if you've ever tried using hashtags on Facebook, and let me know how it's going for you. I am just starting now to use hashtags on my Facebook posts, so I'll keep you updated probably here on Facebook or in a future video on YouTube. For more Facebook tutorials that can help you grow your business and make more money using video, go ahead and click on that link right up there. Remember to subscribe by hitting that link right over there so you're sure to catch my future content. I cannot wait to see your incredible and inspiring Facebook posts covered with beautiful and super creative hashtags.